This evening, I would like to encourage anyone with processes that you are going through in your life that is not easy. Emotional processes of wanting to be healed from some emotional turmoil. A process of breakthrough, a process of mourning the death of a loved one. Whatever process you are finding yourself in this specific moment and season, I want to encourage you and I want you to know that you cannot rush through the process. You cannot sprint through it thinking that it's a 100-meter race, because that's not what it is. What it is that you need to do is that you need to pause. You need to stop for a minute. And you need to take full spectrum of what it is that you are feeling. And you need to rest in those emotions just for a while. Many times we don't want to have the difficult and hard conversations with ourselves, with the process that we find ourselves currently in. Because having those hard conversations with yourself means that you don't want to let go of certain things, means that you don't want to let go of certain emotions, because it's not easy. Means that you don't want closure. And what I mean by closure is that many a times we have what I called open graves. Open graves that you have not had closures for. Open graves where each grave represents a part of the different processes that you went through in life. And some of those open graves are graves that is open because you never dealt with that specific emotion on that grave. You never dealt with another emotion on the second grave, for example. And what you've done, you've left graves open, not wanting to find closure for it. But I've got news for you. When you rest, resting is having full transformation of where you are going. Resting is understanding the emotions you are going through and resting in it for just a while. You know, sometimes your strength is in knowing when it's time for you to lay something down, to lay down those emotions, to lay down those worries, to lay down those fears, to lay them down. Because sometimes we have to go through processes in order to understand the full capacity or the full spectrum of it. So I'd like to encourage you tonight that resting is part of your transformation. Resting is part of your full transformation. Resting is part of your healing. Resting is part of you letting go. Resting is part of you finding closure in this process that you are in currently. So this evening, I hope that I've encouraged someone. I hope that I've made clear clarity on the processes. I want you to know this evening that it's not easy. It's not easy. It's so difficult. It's never been easy. It's never been easy to sit in these processes. It's never been easy to feel what you feel. And all you want to do is wake up and tell yourself it's a dream, and tell yourself it's only a bad nightmare, and tell yourself it's not real pain. I just dreamt about this. But the profound thing that I want to tell you this evening is find rest. Find rest through your processes. And I promise you this, that as you find rest, you will find transformation. This is Coach Bronwyn.